Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm just making another short video about current events, and I'm just tripping over this thing that's on the internet. Uh, it started maybe a few days ago. This viral video by this woman named Lolo Jones. Now I don't really keep up with the Olympics or anything like that. It's like the only sports I keep up with is like NBA or NFL. You know what I'm saying? I don't really keep up with like anything outside of that. Rarely. But the reason why I'm making this video is there's a viral TikTok video of Lolo Jones complaining that I guess, she's 40 years old, can't find a man, and she put out a TikTok video crying, complaining, what I'm saying? I think she's taking like fertility treatments or whatever, so she's able to get a child and stuff like this. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because there's a term that I use called "women are looking for the mythological Trevor." Now, a Trevor is somebody. It's this perfect man that women want, especially like women who are, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, they're probably like either like a 7 or 6, 7 or above. They look for this perfect guy. He's tall, muscular, has a lot of money, or he's rich or wealthy. He drives a nice car, owns a yacht, has a big house. you know, handsome, charming. Like the perfect stereotypical uh, guy that women want, but they don't realize that once they get that perfect guy, they're still not gonna be satisfied. And I always say that women, that's not just black women, but women in general here in the West, especially in America, in the United States, you know, nothing. There's nothing wrong with having a nice looking guy, or whatever. But if you want to try to find a guy with who has money, who's gonna take you on trips, who's gonna buy you fancy stuff, buy you a car, buy you a Birkin bag or whatever, that you good luck. I mean, that's like a rarity. And the guys who are like that, they're not looking for you, and that's what they don't realize. And one thing I noticed that like a lot of women don't, even though they say they want a man who has like a lot of money, whatever, they really don't take the initiative. Of course, what I'm seeing, they don't really take the initiative to go where rich men hang out at. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if a woman's looking for a rich guy, why are they still going to the same clubs, going to the same hangouts with the regular niggas at? It don't make no damn sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you want to look for a man with money, go to business meetings, go to a classical, go to an orchestra, go to a play. Of somebody like, say for instance, of Eric Clapton's on tour, Paul McCartney's on tour, Elton John is on tour. Those tickets like $2,000 a ticket. You know what I'm saying? If you find a rich man, to a place where regular niggas don't hang out at, where they can't afford. You know what I'm saying? Even Letitia, what's the name of Shira Star Goddess, the YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? She makes that point all the time that, if you look for a rich man, go to places where regular men can't afford to go. You know what I'm saying? But I never see these women, go to a place, and they'll go stage plays. They'll go to classical music concerts, nothing like that. They don't go to seminars, nothing like that. They just go to the same hip hop clubs and bars that regular niggas hang out at, and hoping that Trevor will come up there and sweep them off their feet. It don't make no damn sense. But let me play this video that's going viral.
It's been for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
I know it's all you've got to just be strong. And it's a fight just to keep it together. I know you think that you are too far.
Blood work came back normal, hormone levels are normal. So we're gonna proceed
Hope is never
with
lost.
the process of
Hope is never
building
lost.
these things.
Hold on, don't let go.
Just pause it. She's taking fertility treatments. We see the title Lolo Jones is terrified of being 40 years old with no kids.
Hey, hold on, don't let go.
I really want a family. I've waited for my husband for so many years, and I'm just getting mad, and I'm about to turn 40. There's a lot of stress on me right now.
I know it's all.
Okay, she wants to take fertility treatments. She was trying to find a way to like freeze her eggs, whatever. Now, this is real sad. Now, think about this. She's a well-known bobsledder, right? I mean, she's fit. You know what I'm saying? Physically fit, healthy. A pretty. I say she's a good-looking woman. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure she had a lot of opportunities to find a decent guy, especially if she's in sport, in the sports world. I'm sure there's like a lot of male athletes she's ran into who are handsome, had a lot of money, who are successful, accomplished, whatever. She should have dated a guy like that and eventually got married to have children like years ago. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why she hasn't is because she'd find Mr. Perfect. She'd find the perfect guy. She'd find a guy who like you know hit all her marks. Pressed all her buttons and make her satisfied in her brain. Like, hey, this is the perfect methodological Trevor. I've been trying to find the perfect prince. I've been trying to find all my life. but but it goes to show you that you know to the women out there, don't try to find a Mr. Perfect. Find a good guy who's handsome, who has good, makes decent money, who has good character, good morals, whatever, and just settle with that guy and make it work. Let me go over what's going on in the news. As of right now, everybody's talking about Brittany Griner, the WNBA NBA basketball player. I was about to say football player. Okay, the NBA, WNBA basketball player who is currently in prison in Russia because she was caught with cannabis oil in the airport. Now, I'm not an expert in law or in anything dealing with international law. Will come down to like, if American commits a crime in a foreign country, what happens to that individual. I'm not an expert. I personally need to do more research into that. But with my limited understanding, because everybody on YouTube is talking about this, right? And I've seen quite a few YouTube content creators talk about this current hot topic. Now, from my limited understanding, that is just my personal opinion. I don't know how the whole law, international court thing works or whatever, but you would think that, like, for example, if an American goes to another country and commits a crime, especially like, I mean, she didn't really do anything. I mean, of course, I guess in Russia, cannabis oil is illegal, whatever. But how come they don't just like, hey, how come Russia didn't say like, hey, she's an American, she committed a crime on our soil? How come they didn't just do a process in which like she goes to the there's American embassy in Russia, whatever, and they take her back to the States and make it so that she can't travel back to Russia anymore. I can understand if they did something like that. You know what I'm saying? If there was a situation like, hey, she committed the crime, okay, she may have to pay a fine, whatever, and then they send her back to the States under the under the what we're looking for, but she's not allowed because since she committed a crime in Russia, she's not allowed to travel to Russia anymore because of what she did. I can understand something like that if they did something like that. That'd be more reasonable, in my opinion. But you know what I'm saying. But it's weird how like you can be a citizen of a country, travel to another country, commit a crime, and for under their, I guess I like to say I don't know how it works. I'm assuming that if you go to another country, commit a crime, you're under their jurisdiction, so you got to like go to their prisons, whatever. So I need to do more research on that. I find that very interesting, and I've heard like a lot of stories. Ever since this whole situation with Brittany Griner came up, a lot of people were talking about other stuff that happened. Like for instance, that guy in Korea who he was locked up in North Korea, whatever, and then he ended up dying and stuff like that. And it's very interesting how like you think you're an American citizen, it should give you some kind of legal protection. That like, hey, he's an American. We got American embassy. Maybe the State Department gets involved or whatever, since they have a lot of clout, whatever, with their efforts, American State Departments or it's national affairs, whatever. Since they're American, then the American embassy of that country gets involved and hey, like commit a crime, saying this, even though they might have to pay, the individual might have to pay a fine, but since they're American, we send them back to the States, send them back home under the I don't want to use the word stipulation, whatever, but they can't just go back to they can't travel back to the country anymore because the crime they committed. What I'm saying? That would make more sense, but what am I don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, but the fact that she's in Russia, she got to be locked up for 9 years, and that's the fine answer. But I'm thinking that a lot of people were saying that because of her celebrity, since she's making international news, New York Post, CNN, stuff, Fox News, all this kind of stuff. I'm thinking that with her celebrity, I don't think I personally believe she won't be in there for too long. And they're talking about like swapping her out with another guy who's locked up for terrorist act, whatever. But I have a feeling she might be home sooner than expected because it's gaining so much international coverage, whatever. And what I'm saying, I'm sure eventually she won't be there for long. But it goes to show you that, and a lot of people were saying that, of course she's black, a woman, and part of the alphabet community, and everything that will give her like more uh, immunity. But you gotta realize, she's in Russia. People in Russia don't recognize, don't care about your race, your gender, your sexual preference. That doesn't matter in Russia. And in states, it might give you some power because in the United States, there's this oppression Olympics in which, like, if you're a minority, you're a female, or you declare some kind of made up sexual preference, it gives you like some kind of immunity. All they got to do is complain. They got people protesting, people with picket signs. You know what I'm saying? People outside, people in government representing organizations that get you out. But in Russia, it's a totally different story. But this is gonna be interesting how this plays out. 'Cause, they gave her 9 years, but my instincts telling me she'd be out there. She'd be out sooner because you got Elon Musk commenting on it, the Biden administration, Kamala Harris saying stuff. So it was just I don't think she's gonna be in there for like very long. But let's see what else is going on in the news. Let me see. Uh, yeah, there's nothing really going on news. I think in the last video, something about Biden has the vid-19. Let me see what's going on in the space news. Uh, let me see. Oops, my bad. Now the James Webb space telescope photos actually blah blah blah. Now the James Webb telescope is taking pictures of galaxies and stuff like that. It's very fascinating, because every now and then I go and check up on space news, and everybody something about the James Webb telescope taking pictures of faraway galaxies, the Carver Galaxy, and other mysteries of the universe and everything. So, cause back in the day, you had the Hubble telescope. Now you got the James Webb telescope, and I just found out that they already got some more telescopes out there orbiting out there and everything. So, this is interesting. This is a funny shape, funny shaped galaxy. They call it the Cartwheel Galaxy and other universe mysteries revealed by James Webb. Now, I guess it's like the more I study astronomy and cosmology, astrophysics, the more questions I have about certain stuff. Because I know, like a couple of days ago, I was watching this special on PBS. They were talking about black holes and stuff like that. Which is very fascinating. But it's just like when it comes down to science, I understand that they have like a set rules. They still have this bias against anything traveling faster than light and stuff like that. And I have questions. You probably knows about the Big Bang Theory, right? But I just like something doesn't make any sense. It's like the more I've been studying astronomy since I was a little kid, and they never really give you a clear explanation of what was there before the Big Bang, what caused the Big Bang, and why was everything in the universe constricted to one point, and what and A and B had to happen for order to C to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's like it has to be cause and effect. Okay, what set off the Big Bang? You know what I'm saying? So there's still a lot of questions they can't really answer. There's some interesting theories about what happened before the Big Bang. They don't really talk about it a lot, but and that's why I like the whole thing with the multi universes out there. So if Big Bang was one event, I'm sure that happened like other parts of space, empty space where maybe Big Bang is a natural occurrence, maybe on the cosmological scale, on scale that we can't imagine. You know, the Big Bang that created our universe was just one Big Bang out of many. So kind of like how star goes supernova. So just so many questions that they really can't really answer. Wow. This image captured by the James Webb Telescope shows the edge of a nearby young star forming region, NGC 3324, in the Corona Nebula. Oh, that's fascinating. Yeah, but anyway, though, I just make it short. I don't want to make this video long. I just when I upload stuff, I don't have any script, I don't have any plans. I just randomly post up to just ramble. But But I'm trying to get in the habit of uploading more often. For you know what I'm saying. But that's all I gotta say for this video. I can go more into the news, express my personal opinions on stuff. But uh, but what I do is I go ahead and just upload short videos more often. You know what I'm saying? So keep this channel active. And if you have any comments, comment below. Uh, if you like the video, like the video. If you don't like it, downvote it. Yeah, it don't matter. But anyway, though, you guys take it easy and peace.